If you've ever wondered how durable these premium lens guards really are, then you're in the right place. From casual drops on grass and unexpected falls from selfie sticks to intense impacts from a bike, and for the grand finale, dropping the camera out of a car window at 30 miles per hour straight onto tarmac. Stick around to see if these lens guards can truly protect your investment or whether they will crack under pressure. Let's get started. Even when you think you're being careful with your camera, sometimes it can easily just slip from your hands. On grass with a soft landing, I could probably throw this around all day though, and the lens guards would do their job well. And most of us at some point will have experienced a close call on unstable ground or in high winds, and the selfie stick and tripod fall over. So I've moved off of the grass and I did this test on muddier ground with a few stones dotted about, but to be honest, I was expecting the camera to miss the stones and just hit the dirt, but it didn't. It took a full impact from one of the stones. But the question is, how is the screen and how is the lens? So you can see that the screen took a direct hit in the bottom right hand corner here, and it's shattered the screen protector. Luckily I did add a screen protector, otherwise the LCD screen would have had it. And the lens guard itself took a hit here, and there are a few scratches on it, but the big question is, how is the lens underneath? Yes, the lens is perfect. So this did its job. But enough of these lame tests, let's get serious, let's turn up the heat and get on the bike, because that's when your lenses are really at risk. So this is the moment of truth. It's landed on the LCD screen facing down. It looks like it just took a hard hit on one side because there's no damage to the lens facing upwards, to the lens guard facing upwards. So let's have a look. Oh no. Lens guard has come off. Just a tiny little chip on the lens. So you can see where the lens guard took the impact here. So it probably took the impact, came off, and then the camera carried on sliding along the ground. You've got to be really unlucky to drop your camera or for it to fall off of a bike, as in this instance. And you've got to be doubly unlucky for the lens guard to pop off, which it obviously did in this case. But whether it was a fault of the lens guard or whether it was a fault of the mount itself, I don't know. The lens guard is particularly loose at the moment, so I'm going to replace the lens guard, put a brand new premium lens guard on there, so it's going to be a nice tight fit. Now we're going to move on and do the next test on tarmac and drop this out of the car window. It was 3 years ago that I tested the 1X2's premium lens guards in this exact same spot. 3 years ago the lens guard fell off. This morning the lens guard fell off, so let's hope we can break that pattern with this next drop test. So I've got the new premium lens guard here, which I'm just going to replace. So this is the loose one, is now rubbish, and let's connect to this new one just to see if it's any tighter. It's a lot more solid than the last one, so I think that as soon as these lens guards have one hit, that it affects how secure they are mounted. As well as the LCD screen protector, I've now added the utility cage as well, just to give the camera body some added protection. So good to go. Insta360 have sponsored this video, and this next drop test will be filmed with 8 Insta360 cameras.
Okay. Go.
So it looks like the lens guard has taken a bit of a batter this side, so it must have rolled. So it's got several scratches, so it's taken a big hit, but it's still very secure. That's a good sign. Let me just, well, I'm sure that the lenses underneath are going to be perfectly fine, but let's just take them off, just in case. So other than that tiny mark that we had earlier from the bike test, the lenses are absolutely fine. But one thing to mention the utility cage, which was meant to protect the camera body, that's come off. So now we've got damage to the camera body. So the utility cage has pinged off. Understandable really, because it's just held on by that clip, so it must have just hit the clip and then just pinged open. This morning's test was a fail. The lens guard came off and there was damage to the lens, but this test was a success. The lens guard stayed on, it's clearly taken some hits, but the lens underneath has stayed protected. The big question is, why did the lens guard come off this morning? And I think that could be due to either a fault with the lens guard itself, because the lens guard from this morning was particularly loose after it had an impact. This one is still really solid. Or it could have been that I just didn't put it on properly. The key lesson to take away here is to make sure that the lens guard is secure, that you put it on properly, and that there's no movement in it at all. And if there's any movement, then use another lens guard. If you want the best tips for getting the most out of your X4, then you'll want to watch this video next, and I'll see you over there.